Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another fun episode of RSC Season 24 Threes. Tonight, match day 3, we have a veteran matchup between the Giant Squids and Fer-de-Lance. Joined alongside with me is the wonderful, most goated caster of all time, Mr. MD, and up on a glorious booth that has a bunch of, lavender and everything else is Taco, but he's enjoying himself up there. But MD, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, it's weird, honestly, sometimes having Taco producing instead of on the desk with me. And it's been a little bit since you and I have done a casting gig together. I appreciate you calling me Goto, but I'm really not that good compared to some of the other people that we've had on the desk. But no, I'm really excited to be here in a veteran matchup. I'm very familiar with this tier. I've been all up throughout it at this point. So it'll definitely be cool to see exactly where this shakes down. I mean, again, we're very early in the season, so anything can happen at this point. You never know if teams are really truly solid or if maybe they're just still working out the kinks.
Absolutely. And like I said, we have the Giant Squids versus the Fer-de-Lance, and we can jump over to the season stats for them so far. I mean, like MD said, it is very early in the season, so the stats don't look too eye glistening, but it's still stats. Right now, we have the Giant Squids who are 3-5, and Fer-de-Lance who are 4-4. And if you look at these stats, MD, I mean, it's pretty. It sways one side, which is on Fer-de-Lance. I mean, you can see all these stats here. I mean, it's absolutely insane, But if with that being said, the Giant Squids are really close with those stats as well.
Yeah, looking across at the stats, the one thing that I do notice is that shooting percentage-wise, both of the teams are very, very close. I mean, you see Fer-de-Lance coming in with 27.27, and Giant Squids coming in with 25.93. So it's not like they're super far apart as far as shooting percentage. They are getting shots in. Just Giant Squids have dropped a couple more games compared to Fer-de-Lance, who have split as of right now. But yeah, Fer-de-Lance are definitely scoring more goals. I mean, they got 21 goals against 14, 77 shots, so they're a very high-powered offense. And also, they seem to be ahead in saves as well. But I guess if you're shooting a lot at the same exact time, you have to be saving a lot too.
Absolutely, especially when you push that third man up forward and having to run back a lot. That's definitely a stat that you don't want to sneeze at, especially if you can get back and make them saves. I mean, I don't think we could really touch much on these teams. I think we should jump over to the players for both of these teams. You got for the Giant Squids, we got Tropicalshortsba, you got Dirt D Dan, you got pxiruu, Irozuh, and Vera. Now looking at this team right here on the Giant Squids, I mean, the Shorts has been playing all the games so far this season for this team. He's got 7 goals with 20 shots and a 35% shooting percentage, which is really good. And he's got 4 saves. But I mean, another player that is really a good player to look at right here is Dirt D Dan, who's only played 5, but I mean, his saves, he's got 7 saves. I mean, he's putting a lot of legwork for this team.
Another thing that I'm noticing just on the side of Giant Squids is not a single person on the team has any demos. So I'm wondering if that's just not something that is necessarily within their play style, or if that's just something that's not being tracked at the moment that could potentially be broken on our end. But if they don't have any demos as a team, that is very interesting because, I mean, I guess that would explain how maybe they're not getting nearly as many goals because they're just not converting on the bump and demo opportunities. They're just missing demos. They are going for them, but also looking at Iroh, Iroh has 8 saves, so there is a lot of legwork going on in the background there for saves.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, geez, this team just seems like they do a lot of saving, which is really good. You need that on a team. Like, you don't want to just have an all offense team and not be able to save a ball. So having an all around team is really good. And speaking of all around team, we should jump over to look at the player stats for Fer-de-Lance. Now, Fer-de-Lance, you got 2 players on his team who are playing all the games so far this season. You got Azorh and MyTyranosaur. Both of these players, Azorh, he has 7 goals, 28 shots, 25% shooting percentage with 7 assists and 11 saves. Azorh is definitely somebody to look out for in this team, MD.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. Azorh seems to be the at least the most accurate seeing that he has played the majority of the games, but also looking down at Mr. Marino, who has played 4. Mr. Marino coming in with 5 goals on 15 shots, 33.3 shooting percentage. So good, fantastic shooting percentage. On top of that, you also look at the save count. I mean, 10 saves on the season already. So, and as well as Azorh coming in with 11 saves. Just both teams seem equally good on defense. Just it seems like Fer-de-Lance are maybe doing a little bit more because, like we mentioned before, they're probably having to run back really fast because they're sending 3 people up at a time. And this early in the season, sure, you could probably send 3 people, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to turn into goals.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to touch on these players? Because from what it looks like right now, we have all the players in the lobby ready to rock and roll and start this game 1 for these beautiful people who are watching the stream, betting their points, which I'm ready to take tonight, by the way. And I hope MD is ready to take some too. I think we should jump over to game number 1. What do you say?
Absolutely. Let's get these teams on the field, get them ready to go. I'm sure they're all raring to go. I mean, we're 8 minutes past when they probably were hoping to play. So we'll go ahead and get them on the field now as the teams do enter. Fer-de-Lance on first, Giant Squids on second. Let's see exactly how this game is going to kick off. It looks like Mr. Marino is going to be on kickoff along with Shorts. So let's see how this turns out.
Now we have a start for Dirty Dan, who hit the ball away but didn't get a follow-up touch, but that's okay because pxiruu is right there looking to set something up for his team, looking for a bump, but MyTyranosaur just said no, I'm going to clear this ball away. But that's a double commit. This might be an open shot opportunity for Azorh. He gets there, passive MyTyranosaur, and a first goal early here for Fer-de-Lance to start game number 1.
I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I think there's a little bit of a miscommunication on Giant Squid sides. I believe both pxiruu and Tropical went for the ball. Tropical got bumped, and the ball just goes sailing down into the midfield there. Unfortunate for the Giant Squids. Fer-de-Lance go on top early. We have to see if they're going to be able to respond quickly, as there's a bump there on Azorh from Dirty Dan. Tropical has it up in the air, gets 1 touch, gets 2, unable to continue with it. Azorh is going to clear this away. pxiruu to the middle. Right there's Dirty Dan. It's going to go right back into the corner. Tropical coming in, looking for another passing opportunity, but nobody's there. And now the ball's going to get passed back. Dirty Dan trying to reset.
Really, pxiruu looking to pass up to Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan with a little bit of boost, maybe not be able to get back to this as Marino hits it to the corner. pxiruu looks to hit it back center, maybe past the Tropical. Looks like Tropical back flipped on the way up. But Dirty Dan keeps it in. Good chop, maybe a shot opportunity. Off the backboard. No touch there, no shot. pxiruu looking to dunk it in, keep it in. Azorh up, gets a beat. And Mr. Marino looking, he's cherry picking right now as Tropical looks to carry it away. Maybe pass down to pxiruu. No touch there as you see Fer-de-Lance here on the offensive side here again in game number 1.
Giant Squids are just not maintaining possession of this ball right now. They're kind of just throwing it away, and it's giving Fer-de-Lance opportunities as there's a shot going in. MyTyranosaur manages to get the ball into the net. That is an unfortunate touch from pxiruu.
MyTyranosaur showing that he's just as big as a dinosaur with a huge dunk right there on the goal line. And this man is absolutely putting his team on the backpack right now as he's got 262 points on the game with 2 goals. And Mr. Dirty Dan, looking to get a big 50 there. Azorh says, no, we're going to keep this ball back on your side. And it seems like right now the Giant Squids are struggling to try to keep this offensive pressure going on as they have the boost to make it happen, but a lot of the times they're getting beat on these 50s.
Yeah, it definitely seems like Fer-de-Lance are just all over this ball right now, managing to get the clears, finding each other. Giant Squids have just not been able to get anything really going on offense. They've been stuck on their half quite a bit. I mean, even right now, they're trying to get opportunities going, but now they're all low on boost. Tropical has to try to get this out. Marino is there, maybe looking for a second touch, but there goes Dan. Marino has control, maybe looking to get a pop, pops it over 1. Tropical's going to get a touch, but it only goes as far as Tyrannosaur. Azorh is there, looking for a touch. Gets a 50 in the corner, maybe looking for a second opportunity here. Great touch from pxiruu, gets it away, but Tyrannosaur looking for the double. Are they going to get it? No, it goes wide. Another shot opportunity. Here comes Azorh. Tyrannosaur has the opportunity for a finish, and there it is, 3-0. 2:32 to go. This is an absolute scoring powerhouse right now out of Fer-de-Lance.
Absolutely. I mean, we talked about it during the pregame that we thought this team was going to be rushing back a lot on defense. And what I'm seeing right now is a lot of controlled pace in the midfield from this team. MyTyranosaur with a hat trick here in game number 1 as well, which is huge to start off this 4-game series. But Yeah, I mean, I'm just seeing a lot of cherry picking from the Fer-de-Lance. You know, they're doing a good job. They're doing a good job conserving boosts as well, and they're just picking apart this giant Squids team. I mean, like you said. I mean, this might be an opportunity here for Dirty Dan, but he gets touched away from MyTyranosaur, who's been putting in a lot of legwork for this team here. You definitely don't want to see him get cold.
No, Tyrannosaur absolutely has to maintain the pressure that he is keeping on them right now. Marino, pop over. Is anybody there? No. Tropical gets a free touch. Doesn't get it past Marino. Marino going to try to drop this to the center. Nobody's there. Goes all the way across. Dan has time to grab some boost. Misses the touch. Tyrannosaur back in. Challenge from Tropical. It's going to go off to the side. Tyrannosaur trying to get the redirect, but unable to get a touch as Tropical and pxiruu can't decide who's going to go for the ball here.
Yeah, it seems like they're just having somewhat slight miscommunication issues as Mr. Marino is looking to break some ankles here and take some names. As a double commit comes here from Azorh and Mr. Marino. A big clear here comes out from pxiruu, but not enough as Tropical is going to take over, realizes that pxiruu didn't have any boost, and Dirty Dan, he's by himself here, tries to get a pinch, gets around one, but Azorh just there for cleanup. Like I said, I mean, this Fer-de-Lance, they don't let the ball go. There's always one person on the ball, and they don't give any space, and it's working out for them. And it's working out for them thus far with 3 goals and a minute left, and it looks like that they might run away with this game number 1. If you were a giant Squid player, yeah, what a shot indeed. If you're a giant Squid player, I mean, you might want to look to go back to the drawing board here and figure out what you're going to do game number 2.
This has been an absolutely suffocating game by Fer-de-Lance. I mean, Giant Squids only have 2 shots on net at the moment, no goals. And Fer-de-Lance, on the other hand, have 5 shots on net. Here comes another one. Is it going to fall? No. Marino can't get there in time. pxiruu is going to be able to clear this out. Right over to Tropical. Tropical hits the touch into the corner, trying to get the follow, unable to do so. Azorh manages to clear this ball away, goes as far as Dan. Tyrannosaur pops it over 1, maybe looking for a second touch, gets it over the second defender. pxiruu has to jump up and manages to get the clear. With 10 seconds remaining now, game 1 is all said and done. Another shot comes up from Tyrannosaur, a great save from Tropical.
A huge save indeed, but not enough as the ball drops down at 0 seconds. Fer-de-Lance taking game number 1 here with MyTyranosaur putting in a lot of work with 555 points, 3 goals, shooting 100% here. And one thing you got to see right here is there's only 1 save registered for this Fer-de-Lance team. And I mean, that's a crazy number to see considering the fact that the Giant Squids only have 2 shots on net registered for this whole entire game. The Giant Squids definitely need to start getting on the offense here and put a lot of pressure on the Fer-de-Lance team.
Yeah, Fer-de-Lance are just absolutely constricting every single one of their movements. They were cutting off the passing lanes, stealing boosts when they could, and just making sure that Giant Squids were absolutely suffocated no matter what they tried to do. Sure, they got to break out a couple of times, but other than that, Fer-de-Lance was all over this game. Tyrannosaur in particular, like we said, going 100%, but I think it only counts as 100% now because I believe he was like 2 for 1 after getting the shot off of the bump, because I think he got bumped for his first shot, and he just happened to fall right in the way of it, but still, impressive shooting from Tyrannosaur.
I did hear that MyTyranosaur was called the crossbar king. I mean, that game number 1, I don't think he, I mean, I hadn't seen him hit the crossbar maybe once or twice, but I mean, the dude's hitting the back of the net. He's not hitting that crossbar, so I don't know who's chalking him up to be a crossbar king, but you're absolutely wrong, sir, or ma'am, whoever it is. I think you need to check yourself because this dude is absolutely popping off. We're about to start this game number 2 here. We're going to tell these players to get in the lobby. No change-ups here. There's no subs at all yet. Giant Squids still have their same starting 3, as well as Fer-de-Lance, as I was hoped that Fer-de-Lance would keep their starting 3 after that dominant game 1 victory. Got all the players in the lobby here, about to start this game number 2. MD, what do you think that the Giant Squids need to do here in this game number 2?
The biggest thing is just make sure you're actively passing between each other. I mean, at this point, booming the ball is not doing anything. You're just kind of giving the ball away to Fer-de-Lance. pxiruu gets a touch down to the midfield here, but there's just nothing going on. Tropical trying to drop this down, maybe looking for an opportunity, but I don't know. Just the biggest thing right now is they're giving Fer-de-Lance a lot of space, and they're not converting on the opportunities that they're presented with. I mean, pxiruu looking for another opportunity here, but it just immediately gets cut down. Marino with a touch over to Azorh. Is this going to fall in the net? Marino just has to finish it. It goes off the crossbar. Tropical is there to clear it away and gets demo for his efforts.
Seems like Mr. Marino is going to take that title away from MyTyranosaur as the crossbar king. Hitting the back of that crossbar, you know, I got to hit the back of the net, especially those open opportunities. As this one right here might be an open opportunity for Dan, and it hits the crossbar. Unfortunately, did not get the double tap. That's such an unfortunate noise that he had to hear there with an open net. As Mr. Marino dunks it to keep it on the side of the Giant Squids as Tyrannosaur gets dunked by Tropical Shorts. The ball's running over. Azorh got to run back. Does keep it in the corner. pxiruu looking to set something up for his teammates. Tropical Shorts there. What a save by MyTyranosaur. The Fer-de-Lance team can't be stopped here on defense as another shot comes through. Mr. Marino backflips and another dunk comes by Azorh and another ball cleared by the Fer-de-Lance.
Oh, that ball's going to go into the backboard. Is anybody up for it? Oh, there's Tyrannosaur dunking it down. Titanium white T-Rex goal explosion. Dan just not getting the clear that he wanted there. Marino reading that the whole entire way, sets it up for his teammate.
Who else but MyTyranosaur to finish off that play? What a pass and shot by the Fer-de-Lance, working together as a unit as they have been all series long. Mr. Dirty Dan trying to get the ball forward. Tropical Shorts awkward here, but he manages to make it work and happen. But Mr. Marino there, pxiruu with a big dunk. MyTyranosaur looking to bang it down as nobody. Tropical Shorts looking to pass down to Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan gets cut off by Mr. Marino. I'm seeing a lot of progress here coming out of the Giant Squids. They've been tightening down their rotations and trying to turn a lot sooner than what they have been. And I mean, it's working out for them. But one thing you got to keep in mind is trying to win these 50s and get boost and conserve that boost when you do get the boost.
A little bit of a miscommunication there between pxiruu and Tropical. They were both in the corner there, wanted to do something with the ball. Now the ball just falls right back into Fer-de-Lance's hands. Tyrannosaur with a shot, doesn't connect. Azorh with the dunk, and it goes into the back of the net. Fer-de-Lance are just absolutely clicking on all cylinders right now.
Keep this in mind. That is the first goal from Fer-de-Lance that has not been Mr. Tyrannosaur. Mr. Tyrannosaur has 4 goals this series. That is the first goal that was scored by a Fer-de-Lance player that was not Mr. Tyrannosaur, and it's none other than Azorh. As you see, MyTyranosaur looking for a double, gets bumped for his efforts, and Mr. Marino gets bumped as well. No goal there registered again. Mr. Tropical Shorts trying to get it through. And Tyrannosaur hits it to the corner. pxiruu looking to keep the ball in forward as Dirty Dan decides to turn on his own accord to keep the ball forward. Looking to pass something up to pxiruu, but pxiruu unable to get anything going as the ball rolled across the net. And another clear comes out from Fer-de-Lance. And it seems like right now that Giant Squids are trying to set up this offensive pressure.
This is an interesting phenomena going on here. I mean, Giant Squids are getting more opportunities, but once again, we're seeing a very similar scoring line so far on the shots. pxiruu trying to get this ball at least centered. Dirty Dan is up, misses the touch. That was a free opportunity. They could have scored right there.
I don't even have an answer for these Giant Squids players, man. Dirty Dan had a perfect open net there and didn't make contact on the ball. pxiruu looking to get a shot in. Dirty Dan off the bar again. And they're struggling to hit the back of the net, MD. I don't understand what they need to do to hit the back of the net.
At this point, it's looking more and more like Fer-de-Lance are gonna get almost a perfect series here. I hate to jinx it this early, but oh, there it is. Find the back of the net. All I had to do was talk about it. Tropical was able to finally put one in the net for his team.
You just caster cursed, but caster cursed in a good way for the Giant Squid squad as they got their first goal to go here in this series after a whole almost 6 minutes it takes them to score finally on the Fer-de-Lance team that have been playing such good Rocket League. As you see, Mr. Marino.
Oh my God!
Backflipped and Dirty Dan finally hitting the back of the net. An unfortunate mistake there for Mr. Marino backflipping on the wall, and Dirty Dan punishes him for his efforts.
Dan, that was a fantastic shot. Bar down. Azorh unable to get to the touch. Suddenly we have a game on our hands. We're tied with 1:10 to go. Can Giant Squids do anything here to take this game away? Oh my God, another opportunity comes up. pxiruu tries to get a shot, but Tyrannosaur is able to clear it away. Tropical, another touch. It's off into the corner by Azorh. Mr. Marino gets a touch. pxiruu is there, dropping it for another shot. Azorh and Tyranosaur come together, but Azorh is able to clear the ball away. Tropical is there, looking for another touch. Finally gets cleared out by Tyranosaur, and there's pxiruu. This is completely different offense compared to what we saw in Game 1 from Giant Squids.
They finally opened up within the last minute of the series too, in this game number 2 too. So it's definitely interesting to see this offense that they have, as Mr. Marino hits it off the crossbar, does not get the goal to secure, not really secure, but at least get ahead here late in game number 2. But Azorh looking to set something up for Mr. Tyrannosaur, working in the midfield, waiting to get another possible hat trick, maybe a second goal here, a 5th one for his series. As there's 9 seconds left here, we might be going into overtime as Mr. Tyrannosaur get it down. Dirty Dan denies. Mr. Tyrannosaur doesn't have any boost. Tropical Shorts awkward. This ball might drop down, and it does. And we have overtime in game number 2. Very close.
That was nerve-wracking. That was almost a 0-second goal. The ball drops down just in time. Tropical is able to keep this away from Mr. Marino. pxiruu is there, maybe trying to get this past Azorh. It's going to be across the middle, but it's a little too far. Mr. Marino is able to clear this, gets a touch, maybe going for another read off the sidewall here, but Dan is able to read. Tyrannosaur is back, falls all the way back, pops it over 1. Tropical is there. Tyrannosaur gets a 50. Azorh is there, looking for a second touch. It's going to go off ceiling. It doesn't quite touch the ceiling. Marino is there for the shot. pxiruu reads it and is able to dunk it downfield.
Dunk it downfield indeed, as Dirty Dan looking to set something up for his teammates. Maybe try to look for the dunk, almost got it on Mr. Marino, as Tropical Shorts got a dunk to keep the ball in for pressure. pxiruu looking to get a touch, but leaves it for Dirty Dan. pxiruu in the corner looking to pass down to one of his teammates, does. An unfortunate, gets too many touches there on the ball and hits it away from Dirty Dan, as Tropical looking to set a highlight reel shot up here as he's making bumps happen. A lot of messy Rocket League coming out from Tropical Squids, trying to do anything they can to get this game number 2 victory.
Tyrannosaur gets a weak touch here. That's not what he wanted. It's not going to go in the net. No, it's off the post. Tyrannosaur gets bailed out here. Tyrannosaur immediately dunked on by Tropical. Tropical with the shot. It's off the post again. Is anybody going to score this? No. Azorh is able to clear it away. pxiruu wanted the shot opportunity there, but is unable to sink it.
They're working so hard on offense. They're doing everything they can. The only thing that they cannot do right now is put this ball in the back of the net.
Oh my goodness.
Side. A save coming out again from Azorh. Fer-de-Lance absolutely playing 5-star defense here in game number 2 in this overtime. I mean, we might be in for quite of an overtime if we can't see this Giant Squid team put it in the back of the net. Azorh with a save. The ball's still on their side though. Mr. Marino hits it low, looking to set up an air dribble. Maybe a pass opportunity here. As Mr.
Oh my God!
Reads up the mistake. Unfortunate turn of events there. You saw Tropical not get a touch on the ball, and Azorh was there to clean it up. What a shot, and a game 2 victory for Fer-de-Lance.
Oh, that is just not how you want that game to end. Tropical is definitely shaking his head. That's just not how you wanted overtime to end like that. You at least want to fight for it, and they were fighting. I mean, they put so many shots on net, but Fer-de-Lance off of the back of Azorh, picking up 4 saves at the very end of the game here. Just absolutely, just the mental toughness to maintain with all that, all those shots coming in. The mental toughness to maintain that defense was very impressive from Fer-de-Lance.
Absolutely, and I mean, progress is progress, right? Giant Squids definitely had a lot better game number 2 here. As a game 1, they only put up 2 shots. In this one, they led the shots in this game. They had 11 shots compared to the 9 that Fer-de-Lance had. So definitely big progress here. It's just, you got to start putting those shots in the back of the net. I mean, we saw it a lot that you guys were hitting the back of the crossbar. You just got to start putting it in the back of the net. That's all it is. That's all it's going to take. But now,
yeah, there was like 3 or 4 goals that went off the post or the crossbar that Giant Squids could have put in that would have handedly given them this game. But unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. I mean, like we keep saying, this is Rocket League, and sometimes open nets are the hardest nets to score.
Absolutely. And I mean, it was absolutely, like I said, they're fighting super hard, tooth and nail. And they're putting this pressure on that I've been wanting to see, that we were asking for. But now we're getting into game number 3. The series is 2-0. For those of you who are new to the stream, RSC, we play 4 games in a series to reflect record. So right now, you do not want, if you're a Giant Squid player, you do not want to fall down one more game to be possibly at least a 3-1 or even get swept. But we're going to see what happens here. Giant Squids are, we're going to see a lot of Giant Squids here fight for this game 3 victory. It's definitely needed right now.
Azorh gets a flick. Maybe looking for a pass here, unable to continue with the ball, runs out of boost. pxiruu has it, gets the carry, looking for a 50, gets the 50 that he wants. Dirty Dan misses the ball. Tropical, able to pop this up, unable to get it through Mr. Marino. pxiruu comes in, maybe looking for another pass, but was unable to get it. Dan is there, reads the touch. Tyranosaur is able to clear this away, and immediately we're seeing the same pressure that Giant Squids had at the end of OT there, right back into regulation of Game 3. So hopefully they'll be able to maintain this much pressure. I mean, they don't tire themselves out too early.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a marathon, not a sprint. You know, it's definitely, you got to take your time. It's still, you know, fresh 0-0s on the board as Tropicalshorts looking to change that with a double tap and does not get into the back of the net. pxiruu is last here. Dirty Dan jumped to get a 50 and pxiruu gets 50 in the corner, but the ball is still in the safety zone. Tropicalshorts doesn't have any boost, has to tap the ball away. pxiruu gets a 50. Marino looking to set up for a teammate. Nobody there as Dirty Dan hits the ball. Maybe an ogle. Tyrannosaur almost split the ball in the back of his own net. And Mr.
Good
Dirty
pass.
Dan, a good pass and shot. The 1-2 by Tropical and Dirty Dan. And this is the first time that we've seen the Giant Squids hold a lead here.
This is the very first lead that they have had for a long time here. They've been playing from behind, so now that they finally got on top, that might be a little bit of a momentum shift for them. If they don't immediately throw it away here, pxiruu is able to get the stop and gets another 50. Dirty Dan trying to beat Azorh to the ball, but unable to get it through. Oh, that's a good dunk. Can he do anything against Tyrannosaur? Good dunk from Dirty Dan. Oh my goodness.
Wow. He said he couldn't get it through Azorh the first time, but he did it the second time, as well as through Tyrannosaur, showing that he's bigger than Tyrannosaur. And this is crazy to see. This is definitely improvement here coming out from the Giant Squids as they finally have a very comfortable lead. They just can't blow it here in this game number 3.
You're absolutely right. Now that they have this lead, they have to either at least maintain this this level of offense, or just tighten the walls a little bit. But don't go completely turtle now that you have the lead. You still want to try to maintain some type of aggressiveness on Fer-de-Lance, because if you give them an inch, they will absolutely take a mile.
Absolutely. Dirty Dan popping the ball forward. Azorh has to make a touch here. Does to the corner. Tropicalshorts there to touch the ball, but gets bumped away for his efforts as Mr. Tyrannosaur with no boost gets a huge clear. And nobody may be able to make contact, but Azor's there to put a shot off net. Nothing registered yet. Mr. Marino gets a dunk on the side of the Giant Squids as pxiruu looks to take this ball back downfield and restart this offense that they've been having and perfecting so well here in game number 3.
Dirty Dan pops it out. Oh, Tyrannosaur is already up, looking for a pass. Is Azorh there? No, Azorh turned away. pxiruu has an easy touch here, but goes as far as Mr. Marino. Tropical trying to beat Marino to the ball and goes off the ceiling. Azorh to the backboard. Dirty Dan reads it and is able to clear it to the corner, but it immediately gets set back in by Tyrannosaur. Tyrannosaur gets a demo, but nobody's able to make contact with the ball here. Dirty Dan misses the touch. Marino's there.
So close by Mr. Marino here as they're looking to maybe get a doink, but Dirty Dan has been definitely stepping it up here in this game number 3 as he had a couple of close opportunities in game number 2. As a double commit comes out, pxiruu has no boost, but gets good 50s to go forward. And Mr. Tropicalshorts looking to set something up, getting a bump on Mr. Marino, but touches the ball forward. Ball's floating up and in for Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan has a hat trick here in game number 3.
Dirty Dan has been activated. 3 for 3 shooting right now. That is a very impressive shot. Far down top right. Absolutely fantastic shot coming out of Dan.
I have to say that Fer-de-Lance, they are demoing a lot here in this game number 3, and right now there's no demos on the side of Giant Squids. They're playing very clean Rocket League, and they're just doing what they should be doing, which is getting a lot of beats on these players on the side of the Fer-de-Lance and punishing them for mistakes that they make too. as there's a mistake that comes out from pxiruu, but pxiruu has no boost. He's going to keep the ball close, looking to get a 50. Does, but loses it. Tropical Shorts looking to get it clear as Azorh tries to keep the ball on the side, and as he does, a big pitch comes out center. Mr. Tyrannosaur looking to set up a goal here. He's been shooting really well, but gets saved away from pxiruu. And oh my gosh, it might be an own goal that comes out here. pxiruu hits it to the corner safely as they maintain this lead late here in game number 3.
With 40 seconds to go, I mean, Fer-de-Lance would have had to score maybe like 15 seconds to go to even see a hope of maybe maintaining at least maintaining some type of closeness in this game, but time is slowly running out. They would have to score very quickly here in order to make sure that they could take this game away, but I think it's safe to say that Giant Squids will take game number 3 here, and Fer-de-Lance are left wondering what changed between games 1 and 2 to game 3.
Definitely seems like the Fer-de-Lance have slowed down a little bit maybe, or they're just not getting the consistent touches that they were looking at these past couple games, as you see the Giant Squids finally get a win here and a shutout, which is a big, huge statement here, as they were needed definitely to get this win. But it seems like Fer-de-Lance, they kind of slowed down a little bit. It seems like they were, like I said earlier, they were running a sprint. They weren't doing a marathon, as the Giant Squids are just, seems like they're tiring them out here and looking to 2-2 here in the series.
Giant Squids are definitely hoping they could at least win one more. You never want to go down 2-0 too early. At the very least, they might have felt a little bit more happy if they took game 2. I mean, it was close. They really should have had game 2 with the way they were playing. But fantastic game coming out of Giant Squids here, especially out of Mr. Dirty Dan. I mean, 3 for 4 on shooting, 1 save. And I want to say, I don't think we've seen, I could be wrong, have we seen anybody get a cycle or anything like that? I don't think we have we?
I don't think I've seen any cycles on the stat boards these past 3 games. We might hopefully see one here in game number 4. I mean, it seems like Fer-de-Lance, they don't want to give up just yet. They're going to come out here and they're going to definitely make the Giant Squids fight for this game 4 victory. As Fer-de-Lance is looking to increase their record this season, instead of being even, they want to have at least one positive game on their record to reflect, to knock and knock the Giant Squids down 1 game at least on their record. So this is definitely going to be quite a battle here. We're up for a really good game number 4. As we get this game started, here we go.
And we've had absolutely no changes to rosters. Everybody is feeling pretty confident. We just have to see if Fer-de-Lance will be able to find the groove they had from games 1 and 2, or if Giant Squids will be able to take game 4 away from them and cause a split series. Tyrannosaur with a nice touch there, but it only goes so far. Marino has to run back here, maybe having to avoid a bump here. Here comes Dirty Dan. It's going to go off to the side. Wasn't able to put that on target. Tyrannosaur gets a 50 in the corner with Tropical. Ball's going to fall into the midfield. Marino and Azorh are both up. Dirty Dan's just going to drop this down. pxiruu is there. Can Tyrannosaur get back to the ball? No. pxiruu is able to put one in the net, and Giant Squids continue their form from game 3.
What good field awareness and comms there coming out from the Giant Squids, with Dirty Dan realizing that he had pxiruu right behind him and he was going to drop it down, and also saw the double commit come out. That's just really good. That's just really good field vision there from Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan has definitely stepped up in this game, in this series late, and he's putting in a lot of work. As you see, an unfortunate mistouch. pxiruu did not get a touch on the ball, and Azorh punishes them as we have a tie game. We're starting back from 0.
I'm not sure exactly what happened here. I think pxiruu thought that the ball was going to fall right on top of him, and then it just bounced right by him. So Azorh was able to get right back to the ball. We're suddenly level again in this series, and the ball not really going anywhere. And finally, Tyrannosaur is able to clear this into the blue half, but the ball gets sent all the way down by pxiruu. pxiruu looking for a 50. It's in the middle to Azorh. Azorh has to look for some boost. pxiruu 50s. Tyrannosaur is there. Maybe looking for a second touch now. Manages to get by 2. Azorh has to run for this ball. Only one with boost, but Dirty Dan immediately shuts the play down and manages to clear it out. Marino up to Tyrannosaur. Tyrannosaur looking for a double. Are they going to get the reset? Almost. A fantastic save from pxiruu.
Big save from pxiruu. As another big dunk comes out from Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan doing really good with these dunks and 50s that they've been looking for in this squad. As you see, pxiruu looking to take the ball across the field. He does, but Tyrannosaur waiting with full boost. Gets not the best touch there, but at least enough to keep him in safety as Dirty Dan sees the double commit come out, looking maybe get a shot on net and saved away from Marino as pxiruu keeps the ball in. Azorh doesn't have any boost here, leaves it for Tyranosaur. Tyranosaur clears the ball away. Dirty Dan here looking to play some defense, and he plays really good patient defense and gets the boost taken away from him. But Mr. Marino just sniped the boost away from him, but a big dunk comes out by Tropical Shorts, and the ball's back on the side of Fer-de-Lance. Let's see what the Giant Squids can do here on offense.
Oh my, I thought Tropical was gonna be able to do something with that ball. Marino's gonna pop this up, and Tropical can pass this back to Dan. Dan pops it over one, but there's Azorh. Azorh looking for a second touch. Are they gonna be able to do anything? The ball's floating in front of the net. Two people commit, and Fer-de-Lance are gonna take the lead late in game number 4.
Unfortunate. There's a lot of panic jumps because of low boost. I've been in those situations before, but it's one of those things you gotta train your mental to not panic there in those situations, especially when you don't have somebody in your face. Dirty Dan looking to get a boost steal, does not get the boost steal. Mr. Tyrannosaur bangs the ball downfield, and what a save by pxiruu that was getting dunked, but a missed touch there by Mr. Marino. Oh my gosh, Tropical gets a big dunk! What a dunk by Mr. Tropical. Tropical's making up what he made a mistake on in game number 2 here with a big dunk.
That is a fantastic read from Tropical to put that in the back of the net. Oh, Tyrannosaur's probably looking around like, where did he even come from? This game is going to go, it's just swinging back and forth. Nobody truly has control of the momentum right now, and nobody really has control of the midfield. And once again, a double commit coming out from both teams here, but pxiruu is able to clear it away. pxiruu sends it to the backboard. It's going to waterfall down. Is anybody there? Oh my goodness, Dirty Dan able to get the touch. pxiruu just bumped, I believe it was Tyrannosaur into the ball here.
Yeah, definitely bumped him. He bumped him away into the ball, made Tyrannosaur own goal there. As Dirty Dan got the somewhat of a pinch there with Tyrannosaur. But I mean, you know, they were lucky that they skated away with that and able to make a scoring opportunity onto that, especially with both teams double committing. And just the recovery was just a lot better for the Squids with pxiruu and Mr. Marino getting a big demo here. Dirty Dan looking to set something up again. He's been doing so great, as I keep on saying. This man's definitely stepped it up. Azorh looking to get a pitch forward. pxiruu denies the clear and sets it up to midfield. Nobody there. Bounces off the corner. And Tropical gets dunked. And Tyrannosaur looking to set something up on offense.
Giant Squids are all low on boost. pxiroo's the only one with anything. Is he going to be able to do something with the ball? No. Mr. Marino is able to clear the ball away. Dirty Dan unable to get the touch. It's a dunk from pxiruu. Tyrannosaur is the only one back, has to keep this ball away. Manages to pinch it with the other team to try to send it back into the blue half. Dirty Dan already on the backboard, making sure that the backboard is absolutely not open for Fer-de-Lance, because they have been using it quite a bit in this series. Tyrannosaur looking for a pass. Azorh's there in the middle. Can they get the touch? No. pxiruu reads it the whole way, and Marino has to run all the way back.
Marino definitely running back indeed. He's been doing really good when it comes to running back and even conserving boost as well. As Tyrannosaur gets the pass from Mr. Marino to tie this game up with less than a minute left here in game number 4. We might be getting set up here for game number 4 overtime, MD.
That was an unfortunate touch from pxiruu. pxiruu did not get the clear that he wanted, went straight to Tyrannosaur. Tyrannosaur able to bury that in the back of the net. 3-3 here, 55 seconds to go. Where's this game gonna go? Tropical able to clear this away, drops it down to pxiruu. pxiruu puts it in the corner. Tyrannosaur has control, has to get it by 1. Dirty Dan gets the 50. Marino misses the ball. Azorh has to come up now, decides against it. Tyrannosaur is there, pops it by 1. Maybe looking for a pass. No, pxiruu is there, passing it to Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan with the shot from the corner. Great passing from pxiruu to Dirty Dan.
What a pass by pxiruu and Dirty Dan to clean it up with a redirect. 80 miles an hour. Good luck saving that, Mr. Marino. We have a lead change here late in game number 4. Giant Squids are not giving up. They want this 2-2 really bad. They do not want to get 3-1 here.
Oh, Tyrannosaur has the ball here. pxiruu is able to shut it down. Dirty Dan maybe looking to put the dagger in this game. 25 seconds to go. They have to do anything they can. Tropical Shorts with the shot. Tropical's going to put the dagger in. 5-3, 21 seconds to go.
Unfortunate touch there by Azorh, hitting it with their booty. A big booty indeed right there. Passing it to Tropical Shorts. That's an unfortunate turn of events. The Fer-de-Lance definitely got to put a lot of legwork in here if they're going to tie this game up here with 20 seconds left. 18. Tyrants are looking to get a pass, but pxiruu's waiting patiently in the midfield. God. It's insane. We got 10 seconds left here. Looks like that Giant Squids might get this victory. Is that
just it? That's just it.
It is just in as pxiruu secures the game victory here for the Giant Squids.
All right, I have to ask, did the GM just suddenly give Giant Squids some like Adderall or something? Because they absolutely locked in for these last 2 games. Absolutely clinical shooting coming out from them. I mean, 2 of the players are 100% shooting, where pxiruu is 2 for 3. Like, that is just incredible stuff coming out from them. Fer-de-Lance just had no answers in game number 4. That's just impressive.
Very impressive indeed. I mean, just the switch. I mean, as you said, they might have had their GM or somebody go into their voice chat and their server and give them some motivation. Be like, hey guys, lock it in. You guys got this. You guys are a lot better than them. And obviously you can see right here in return that they definitely gave Fer-de-Lance a run for their money and showed them that stats don't really matter. You just got to see what happens on the field. Anything can change at any given moment, any given Sunday, as I always say. And yeah, as you said, I mean, there's 2 players that had 100% shooting for the Giant Squids, and pxiruu leading the charge with 587 points, with 2 goals, 2 assists, 3 shots on net, 2 saves. MD,
I think that's our first cycle.
It is, yeah, that is our first cycle. We talked about these cycles, and we finally got one in game number 4. It's great. I mean, we might as well just throw a prediction up for that for channel points of, is there going to be a cycle this game?
Yeah, at this point. No, so after that, I mean, realistically, I think MVP for this match could go either way. I mean, both teams had flashes of brilliance. I mean, like we said, Fer-de-Lance had a great first half of the series, and then I don't know what changed between the first half of the series and the second half, but Giant Squids absolutely locked it in. So, in your opinion, Wicked, who would you give MVP of this series?
Man, if I had to pick an MVP for this whole entire series, I'd have to send it off to Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan definitely was a little bit slow the first 2 games, but he realized what the situation was. He realized you're down 2-0. You guys have to get these 2 victory wins to prevent going negative and try to stay even where you guys are at, considering that you guys came into the series negative, you know, with the way the record is. But you don't want to go deeper and dig a deeper hole for yourself. And Dirty Dan definitely stepped it up for his team and helped put them in the backpack. Not even just put them in the backpack, but help his teammates out and definitely lead the charge forward on that offensive side that they were struggling to get in the first 2 games. Even game number 1, they were struggling to get anything going, and they had something going game number 2. It's just there was an unfortunate mistake from Tropical, but I've definitely got to give it to Dirty Dan.
All right, I would have to agree with you. Dirty Dan played absolutely out of his mind for those last 2 games, and pxiruu at the same exact time, I would say, is a close second. pxiruu is absolutely lights out games 3 and 4. It was just incredible to see the almost like a flip switch between games 2 and 3 to just see exactly how Giant Squids were able to rally and come back into this series, and at the very least take the 2-2. They'll be happy with that because they did, like, you know, they started down. But with all that being said, that is going to be it for tonight. It was a fantastic series. We've had 2 really great series this week. I believe we went 2-2 on Monday, and we go 2-2 today. So everything is looking really solid very early in the season here. So I'm definitely excited to see how the teams are going to fill out for the rest of the season. You never know. I would love to see these 2 teams on stream again. I think that would be really cool later in the season if they do end up playing each other again.
Yes.
With that being said, we do have signups open for Monday, I believe.
Yes.
So if you want to play on the Monday night stream, go ahead and get your team signed up. And of course, I just want to say thank you to Taco for producing in the background, and Wicked for joining me. It's always fun to cast with you. We don't get to do it enough.
No, we definitely should. It's definitely goated. It's great. We work so well with each other.
With fun. That being said, do you got anything else, Wicked?
I don't. I appreciate everybody coming by. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. We look forward to seeing you on Monday. What do you have else to say, MD?
Nothing other than Thank you for coming out, and we will hopefully see you on Monday. Have a good night, everybody.